Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my shop. And in today's video, we're going to take an image off of Gemini AI and we're going to bring it into Millmage and we're going to use that as a template to be able to create a piece of that image and show you how easy it is to be able to use that image as a template and then create your own rather than use theirs, because theirs didn't come out very good. So I'm going to show you how you can use that. Well, you see right here, I got a 15-minute or less timer. We're going to start that time right now. All right, there she goes down. Now we're going to jump on the internet and we're going to take a look at what we have here. I asked Gemini to create, where is it? Come on, right there. Christmas scene, simple black and white line drawing. And this is what it came up with. Came up with all those till I finally got to the one that I wanted, which was this one right here. And all we're going to do is we're going to take this fireplace and we're going to create this fireplace. I also did the tree, but we're not going to have time in this 15-minute or less video. We're only going to have enough time to do the fireplace. So we're going to right click on that. We're going to copy image. We're going to go into Millmage. We're going to right click and we're going to paste. This would also apply to Lightburn as well too. And we're going to shrink that down to the size what we're looking for. So that looks pretty close to what we have right there. That looks really close. So now with that selected, we're going to go ahead and hit trace image. Hit OK. And we're going to use this right here as a template now to be able to create our own to make it look like this. If you look at the one I did, everything is just, it's got perfect spacing, it's symmetrical, everything looks the way it's supposed to look. If you look at theirs over here, it just doesn't look like that. This line is over top of that line. You can note edit, you can get rid of these points and smooth that out, but it's going to be so much quicker and easier to just create your own just like this. So let's go ahead and let's start doing that now. We're going to go ahead and hit the rectangle, and we're going to bring this across to about the size of what that one is below it. And let's make it just a little bit skinnier. Probably right about there. Now you have this one going across the top. You also have this one going across the bottom. It's the same, it's just shaped a little different, but you're using the same image to do that. So let's go ahead and hit Control D, duplicate that, and let's just bring that down to about the spacing we want between them, and I think that looks pretty good right there. Yeah, that looks good right there. Now, this one has a curved radius to it. So let's go ahead and select this one here, come down to your radius tool right here, and we're going to change that to probably 0.2 because that is 0.6. So you can't go any higher than 0.6, otherwise it won't do it. So let's go ahead and do the 0.2. Put that curve on that, put that curve on that, and that looks pretty nice right there. Let's come around to this side, do the same thing over here. Click on that one, click on that corner, and now you have it. Now we're going to go ahead and do this bottom one now. Now the bottom one, we're only doing, it comes straight across the top, then it angles to the inside. So you don't want to do the curve on the top here. You want to keep that pointed and straight. You're going to do the curve on the bottom, but 0.2 is not going to be enough, so we're going to do it at probably, let's go 5.5. 0.5 is too big, so let's go with 0.4. 0.4 is going to work good for us right there. And click the bottom one over here. Now you see that looks just like this looks here. Now this piece is also the same as this bottom piece. It's just upside down. So we're going to go ahead and hit Control D and we're going to duplicate that. And we're going to slide that off to the bottom over here. And then we're going to take these two and we're going to want to offset these two. So let's go ahead and offset. Nope. First thing we want to do is, you see this, these go straight across, straight down. This one comes down and then comes over and then comes down. So you want to make this a little bit smaller. So we're going to hit Control and the arrow key, and we're going to bring that into roughly right about there, I think. Right there. Now select both of those, and now we're going to hit the offset tool. We're going to make an offset around that. 0.2 is not going to be enough, so let's go ahead and go up. That's why, because we're going inward. We want to go outward, so I thought 0.2 should have been fine. And we want to make sure it is round. You don't want it to be cornered, otherwise it's going to be kind of pointy like that. You want it to be round, so it looks round, and we're going to hit OK. That's going to be the top of our mantle. Let's bring that and put that right alongside this one. Now we want to put the firebox So let's go ahead and let's get our triangle, our rectangle I mean, and their box kind of goes from right about where the curve, just past where the curve is. So we're going to do the same thing on this. We're going to go right down to where the curve is, and we're going to start our box going down right about here. Let me go ahead and zoom that out a little bit so we can see. And let's go ahead and bring that down to about where that curve is going to be at there. And let's let it go. Now we know we want to come down farther, so we're just going to use the arrow key now, or the pointer key to bring that down to about the size what we're looking for. And let's go ahead and take this one, undo that because I didn't want it to move, and let's just bring it up just a little bit, just so it's overlapping that line. Now I want to make sure that it is centered left and right on that. So let's go ahead and select the offset that we did, and let's come up here and do the left and right, and you saw it just shift left just a little bit, so now we know that is perfect right inside there. And we can bring this down just a little bit more. Okay, now this has, that would be like the bricks right here. Now you want to put the box where the fire would be sitting in. So we're going to select this box, we're going to offset that inwards, and we're just going to keep going until we get about the look of what that is. And that looks pretty good right there. I like that. Let's hit OK. Now we know it's not down low enough, so we're going to select that, and we're just going to get the arrow and we're going to bring it down. And let's bring it down to right about here. And now we're going to go ahead and that's already selected. We're going to select this box, and we're going to drop it down until it sits right on top of that line. Okay. Now we want to offset that. As you can see, there's an offset on this one. So let's go ahead and select this, offset that, and we're going to do the 0.2. I think that'll be fine. I think I kind of like the 0.2. Looks good. It's a little bigger than that one. I think that's fine. But we want to go inward, which is the way we're going. And let's go ahead and hit OK. Now, this one here is upside down compared to that one there. So let's go ahead and hit that, come up here, and just mirror that so it flips it upside down. With that selected, let's go ahead and select this outer box, and let's hit the left and right to align that left and right. Now select this, and let's dock that up to where it touches the bottom of that line. Now this is your bottom piece of your mantle. You want that to be a little beefier, so we're going to take that down just a little bit wider, something like that. And I think I want a little bit wider than what that is too. So let's go ahead and hit Control, and let's just make that a little bit wider right about there. Now we're going to offset that as well too, because that's got its offset in there. So let's go ahead and hit our offset key, and let's do 0.2 is going to match what all the rest is, so let's leave it at 0.2. Hit OK. Now we got some stuff to do here to be able to weld things together, but we're going to work on a fire first. So let's go ahead and select this fire, and I'm going to hit Control D, duplicate it. And I'm going to bring that over to here. Now I'm going to select this outer one, the outer part. We don't want that. Let's delete that. Now we're left with just the inside part. Let's go ahead and select all of that and put it right about there. Now we're going to want to offset that as well too. So let's offset that outwards. And 0.2, it's going to be kind of hard to get a bit in here working, so let's go ahead and do maybe 0.1. And I think that looks pretty good. We're out, we're round. Or do we want it to be corner? Let's go ahead and do corner. I think I like corner better. That's going to match more of the flames. And hit OK. Now I want this piece of wood and this piece of wood to be touching that bottom line. So let's go ahead and select the offset that we just did, and let's just bring that down just a little bit. Right about there, I think will look good. Alright. Now let's make sure, let's group this together. Now hit Control and select the inner box, and let's make sure that's centered left and right. And you saw it shift just a little bit to the right. Now we know we're centered. Okay. Now click off it. Let's go ahead and click the ungroup this, so it just has the outer offset that we did. Now let's click the inner box that we did, and we're going to go to the Boolean assistant. Let's do it again. It didn't select it for us. There we go. Now, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. That's the one we want there. Subtract B from A. Now, we got a bunch of little anomalies in here we need to get rid of too. So let's ungroup this. Got 5 minutes left. We're doing well with time. Now let's go ahead and select all of these. Right click and delete. Let's go ahead and select these two here. Right click and delete. Let's select these couple here. Right click and delete. And I don't know if there's any more. Should not be any more. I don't see any more. So we should be good. Let's also delete this outer one and this outer one. Let's get rid of that outer one. And we'll leave that just like that. I think that looks pretty good. Now you got a little point here. We can go ahead and we can click on that. We can click our node editing. And we can click on that, select it red, and hit the D key to delete that. Now let's just move this and bow that out just a little bit to kind of make that maybe look a little nicer. And let's do the same thing over here. We got this one here. Let's go ahead and delete that one. And then let's go ahead and bring this out here like this. And I'm going to hit S to smooth that. I want that to be a little bit smoother. I think that looks nice. All the rest of these should all look good. They should have no issues or any problems. That looks good. All we have left to do now is we're going to start welding some of these pieces together. So we don't want this to go across. We want that to come across and then go up. So let's select both of those. Hit our selector tool. Select both of those, and we're going to hit the weld button right here, and that's going to get rid of all that. It's going to make that all one solid piece now. And we want to do the same thing up here. We're going to want to click the outer offset that we did for the top mantle, and we're going to hit the weld button there as well too. So that's it. I think that looks really nice. It looks a whole lot nicer than what theirs is. You could have used this, and that would have been fine, but you can just see it's got so much stuff you got to work on. You'd have to use your node edit to work around all this stuff. Nothing is really straight or symmetrical, or it doesn't look good. You don't have the same distance. If you look at this over here, everything is exactly perfectly symmetrical. Everything looks good. I'd probably work on this a little bit, maybe node editing. I would probably try to work on this. Oh, I don't want that. I'd want to bring these kind of down a little bit. Give it a little bit more room, because it's a little tight right there for you to get any kind of bit in that. So you would want to mess around with that a little bit as well too, but that's not what this video is going to be for right now. But you can see you can make that just a little bit wider, so you'll have plenty of room to be able to get your bits to be able to work inside all this. And that looks pretty good right there. So, but you can do your node editing, you can do all that stuff and continue working on it and get it to exactly how you want it to be. You can do your node editing down here, make these a little bit, maybe offset those inwards a little bit, but you know, that's kind of the gist of what it is. We got about 2 minutes left in this video. As you can see, looks a whole lot better than what that fireplace did there. Literally less than 15 minutes I was able to do this. If you did the tree like I did over here, you can do the tree and everything in probably 30-35 minutes. You can have all this stuff all done and created your own self. You used the Gemini AI as a template, and you just created your own, and that's pretty much what you do. Now this, I would just draw a line through the middle, cut half of that off, and then flip it, mirror it across, and then bring them together. That's how I did this one here. I just don't have enough time in this video to show you that, but that makes everything exactly perfect. You don't see any anomalies in any of that stuff there. Where if you look in this here, you got this anomaly here. You come up here, it's not all, you know, straight and perfect. This one here is actually not even connected. So by getting rid of half of that tree, you can go ahead and you can make that one solid tree, and it'd be the same on both sides, which is really nice for lasers and CNC. So that's it. I hope you guys got something out of this. I got 44 seconds left. You can go to my site I have, which is kofi.com /pros lasers and CNC. You can become a supporter of me. You can help me out. You can give me a tip. You can become a member. I do have a few files on there that you can get, and the different packages I have. You can get them for either 60, 80, or 100% off. You can go check that site out. I'll have a description in the video as well too. Subscribe, guys. I need you 256 subscribers. I need to get to 1,000, so I need you guys. Most of you guys keep coming back, but you're not hitting subscribe. Like it, subscribe, comment, go to my Ko-fi site. 5 seconds left. I appreciate you guys. Till the next video, I'm Bill. Stay safe.